you will be receiving a Surface 2 32 gig device to use with your PIV-I credentials. Contained in the bag, you'll have a Surface, a keypad, a card reader, a mouse, a USB adapter that will allow you to use both your card and your mouse at the same time, and a charging cable for the Surface, as well as an HDMI cable to use if you wanted to use your Surface to project via a projector or a TV screen. Here you have your Surface, which is the computer that you'll be using with the keypad that's attached. The Surface does come attached from the keypad. However, it's very easy to reattach. It's magnetic. You have an HDMI cable which allows you to project onto a screen or to use a projector. You have a USB dongle which allows you to put more than one USB device into the side of the Surface. You have the power cord which powers up the Surface. It's a magnetic attached cord that plugs into the wall or into a socket. You have a PIV-I USB card reader, which is where you stick your PIV-I card, which allows you access to the portal and to send encrypted email. You have a screen pin, which allows you to use it on the screen and to touch the screen safely. You have a mouse, which you can use with it, and then the bag and the carrying case. Preparing for startup. You'll want to first push the button on top, which turns the computer on. Inside the mouse, in the back, you will find the USB dongle for the mouse, which you must take out and then replace the cover. Put the USB mouse dongle into the USB adapter. This is the USB card reader, which you will also plug into the USB adapter. And the USB adapter then plugs into the side of the Surface. If you were using the HDMI cable to project on the screen or on a projector, there is also a smaller port which you would plug that device into on the side of the Surface. I'll plug the USB port in. The power cord plugs into the side of the computer as well, on the same side, down lower, and it is a magnetic grab, and you will notice that it's flush with the device when it is plugged in. In the case where you need to use your smart card and the HDMI cable, you would unplug the dongle, plug your USB smart card reader into the computer directly, and you would then place the dongle for the HDMI cable into the side at the same time. You would use the mouse for the mouse pad on the keyboard as your mouse at that time. When logging in, first turn your mouse on. There is an on-off switch on the bottom of the mouse. You will notice the red flashing light. You will key the mouse one time and the screen will pop up with your login name. At this point it says AHC admin, that's the name I'm using now. You will type in your password, hit enter, and it will take you to the login screen. Windows 8 login screen shows the apps that are available in your app store. If you slide up one and go to desktop, that is where you will find the normal desktop that you will find on any computer that runs Windows 8, Windows 7, and Windows XP. To log into the portal, you would click on Internet Explorer, go to your Explorer bar, and type in the web address of the web portal that you are attempting to access. With your card reader plugged into your USB port plugged into your Surface, place your PIV-I card key side into the card reader. The card reader should blink green. The system should make a sound recognizing the card reader. The card reader will load with a small green box on the bottom of your computer if it has not done so before. Once that completes, open up your Internet Explorer browser, which will automatically take you to the TSCP website, the PIV-I website. My credentials have popped up as you see because my card has been inserted in the card reader. I click OK. The next step will be to enter my PIN number. Enter your PIN. Hit OK. And the next step will be access to the TSCP Labs PIV-I site. When the SharePoint portal has loaded, this is the facing page that you will see. At the top is the title of the page. On the left side, you'll see Home, Documents, Claims Viewer, and Site Contents. In the middle is the area where you can have interaction with the portal. There is a document storage area, which allows you to place a new document or to look at a document or a folder that is already in the SharePoint site. Below that are links to fleet data. Currently the link is to the Fleet Working Group portal. Below that is a calendar which can be used by all to post dates and critical dates for information sharing. I will now link on the Fleet Working Group portal, which will take us from this site to the Fleet Response member login page. Once the link for logging in to the Multi-State Fleet Response Working Group website pops up, you'll be given a username and password, which you will enter. Upon entering that password, click the Remember Me box or the Remember Me box, which pops up at the bottom of your screen. Select Login, and you will be logged in to the membership site. You'll have access to Fleet Open Close service, YouTube training videos, webinars, products, training, and research.
Once you access the online application, you'll be presented with a national map, and this app will provide you live situational awareness updated every hour across the country for hundreds of thousands of fuel stations, food locations, convenience stores, McDonald's, Burger King, things like that, hotels, and pharmacies all across the U.S. To access that information, all you do is click on what you want to look at. So if I can find my mouse here. Let's say I want to look at fuel. I click fuel and I want to look at closed fuel stations. So you select what you want to look at. You have to give this a minute to load because it's loading a lot of data. So right now you're looking at all the closed fuel stations across the U.S. You can then zoom in on a specific area. Let's see if I'm going to zoom in on Pennsylvania. I can double click it and it'll zoom in. Double click it again. It'll zoom in again. You can go right down to the street level if you want. If you want to see a specific station, you hover over that and click what is that, and it'll tell you that that's a BP oil station and gives you the address. So you can play around with the app. There are future layers that are in development for this, as you can tell. That'll be coming up sometime over the next 24 months or so. So that is the live online situation awareness. This is private sector data. It is not a product. It's only made available to people that are part of this pilot. This is an online service that will be launched here in January called the Fleet Open Closed Service.
In order to log out from the service, close the web browser, close and log out of any screens that you're in. Push the center button, go to the side screen and swipe to your left, which brings up a number of choices. Choose Settings, choose Power, and choose Shutdown, and your computer will shut down. Unplug your USB device while you're doing this. Unplug the mouse dongle and replace that in the bottom of the mouse itself so you do not lose that, as the mouse will no longer work without the dongle. Unplug your USB card reader, remove your card and place that in a secure location. Fold down the surface and repackage everything into the bag that it came in.